Hello everybody and welcome to Wrestling with Real Estate. I'm Ben Miller. I'm a realtor right here in Kansas City. And I'm helping you pin the competition by getting you out of that house and putting you into the home of your dreams. On this week's episode, we're going to talk about, Ben, how do I find a great real estate agent? Especially if it's not me. I'm going to give you that answer and so much more right now after the intro. All right, welcome back. And before we get into these tips, if you will, on how to find a great real estate agent, what I want you to do is click the little bell, the notification bell right at the bottom here on YouTube, and also click subscribe. And that helps me see that you guys are paying attention and that you continually want the best real estate information, especially right here in Kansas City. So I'm going to break this down in easily digestible bite-sized pieces for you all to help you find the perfect realtor for you and your family. The number one thing that I suggest is transparency. Look for a real estate agent that is transparent, that wants to help you make crystal clear every process of the real estate transaction, whether it be contracts, whether it's the inspections, whether it's the appraisal. You need a real estate agent that just keeps you up to date, almost like the damn Weather Channel.
Also, if you have a telescope, Uranus is visible too.
You want a real estate agent that is transparent through every portion of the negotiation, of the contract. And you need a real estate agent that if they don't know the answer for you, that they can get it for you quickly by either calling their broker, calling another real estate agent, but you need the answers before you go to bed at night. The worst feeling as a client is going to bed wondering what is going on with my transaction. They were supposed to update me on inspections. They were supposed to update me on the appraisal, and they've done nothing. Believe me, I know. That is the worst thing to go through. Look for transparency when you're looking for a real estate agent. All right, the number two thing that you want to look for is referrals. You want to ask them for referrals of past clients. Now, some people that you run into, or some real estate agents, may not have a big, huge backlog of referrals. And that's okay. Get at least one. And if they're a brand new agent, maybe you can give them a shot and be their first referral. Also, look at online reviews. That kind of goes along with asking for referrals. Look at the online reviews. How many customers are satisfied with their performance? If you want to get a little deeper than that, maybe even check out a social media profile or two. Sometimes you can tell a lot about a person's personality through their social media profile. If you're like me, not a whole heck of a lot goes on social media profiles that's personal, but it may give you a window into this person and how they operate their business. Because how they operate their business affects your real estate transaction. Number three kind of goes along with number one, which was transparency, and that's communication. You need somebody that is willing to communicate with you whenever you need the answers. Now, one of the downsides to having a person who's on a real estate team is that you may get a transaction coordinator. You may get another person that's on the team that can help you, and that's not a bad thing. But you're not dealing directly with the agent that you thought you were dealing with when you first signed the contract. You need a real estate agent that gives you the time, the date, the actions, the next steps, every single thing. Real estate is such a huge transaction, such an important part of the transaction. You need a real estate agent that is good at communication, because believe me, there are a lot of part-time agents out there. There's a lot of agents that are really busy and overwhelmed, and they're not very good at communication. Even me, sometimes it's hard to get back to you right when you want, but if I don't get back to you in a short amount of time, I believe I'm not doing my job. So communication is super important for choosing a great real estate agent. The number four most important thing when you're selecting a real estate agent is someone who controls the process. Now, as buyers and sellers, and believe me, I've been on the other side, we sometimes can get ahead of ourselves. As a buyer, I want to go look at this house, and I want to go look at this house, and we have these criteria, and they shift all the time, and we're just kind of running around like chickens with our heads cut off. You need a real estate agent that controls the process, that reminds you of your family's goals, which they should have asked you from the very beginning, to reel you back in, to control the process so you're not wasting your time and you're not wasting the agent's time. And that way you can have a smooth, seamless transaction in the real estate market. If the goals are clear, the process is clear. So you need a real estate agent that can control the process. All right, and the number five thing, The number 5 thing you should be looking for in a real estate agent, something that's a good fit for you, and I think it's the most important thing, is personality. It's your chemistry. Chemistry rules over everything. As a new agent, I overcame a lot of my obstacles and hills with my clients because of my personality. Personality does so much for not only negotiations, but for your interpersonal relationship. Some of you are going to want somebody that's buttoned up and clean cut. I mean, I'm kind of clean cut, but that's not the agent I am. Some of you are going to want someone that's more in your age bracket, whether you're an older person, whether you're younger. You're going to want somebody that fits your quote unquote demographic. You want somebody that speaks your language. And I'm not talking about English, Spanish, Japanese, whatever. I'm talking about somebody that speaks your language, someone that speaks to you and who you are. Because there's so much communication, there's so much transparency, you spend so much time together, you're literally deciding one of the biggest purchases of your life with this person. That's a lot of stress. That's a lot of stuff going on all in a short amount of time. You need somebody that you can communicate with, someone that you jive with. It's really that simple. Even if it's a newer agent, if you like their personality, go with them. Because you know at least the transaction is going to be more enjoyable with somebody that you actually enjoy spending time with. Now, if I can be that agent for you, give me a phone call here on area code 661-236-9055, or you can reach me at Ben Miller at kansascityhomes.com. You can send me an email and ask me anything you want about real estate, and I would be happy to help you transition in the next phase of your life. So remember, it's all about chemistry, baby. All right, that's it for me. I'm so glad you guys got to spend a couple minutes. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification button so you can be up to date on the best real estate info right here on Wrestling with Real Estate. I'm Ben Miller. I'm putting the real back in real estate, and we'll see you next time.